Evening, folks. How are we doing? You all right? Good to see you. Good evening. Thank you very much for joining me. Who have we got in the chat this evening? There's quite a few. We got Welsh in there first. I think he's actually coming back in a few moments. Techno, good evening, mate. How you doing? Good to see you. Rob Dag, Dutch. I'm waiting. Sorry. Well, I'm not late. Can you hear me? I'm going to call this the Zero Skill Issues stream. Everyone's been just sitting and let the skill issues commence. You see, there's such little faith. Can you hear me all right? You should be able to hear me now. Yeah, I'm going to try my very best to have zero skill issues. Yeah, Techno's in. Mark Thor, oi, Savaloy. How you doing, buddy? All right, good to see you. Michelle, good evening, mate. Happy birthday to you, Michelle. Hope you had a lovely day. How are you getting on with the computer? You enjoying it already? Have you had time to sit down and actually play it yourself for a bit? Where are we? James Hudson, good evening, mate. Blue Bug, hello, pal. Sin the Dane, hey up, buddy. How you doing, mate? Dinky, there we are. Family Guy, hey up, buddy. How you doing? Good to see you. So yeah, thank you very much for joining me. I hope you're all doing very well on this Wednesday evening. Thanks again for joining me on this. Yeah, it's a bit of a celebratory thing. We hit just over a week ago 14,000 subscribers, which is an incredible thing. And as I've regularly done on my streams when I do these celebratory streams every now and again, a massive thank you to each and every single one of you who have enabled me and my little channel here to get to this stage. We're still growing, still going strong, still thoroughly enjoying everything that I do for you guys in Farming Simulator. It's just it's a wonderful thing. So yeah, and it's just great to see these little milestones appear every now and again. So yeah, a massive thank you to everyone who's supported me, all the comments and the likes and the subscriptions, of course. Andy Robinson, hello, mate. Thank you very much, mate. Appreciate that. Yep, Craig, how you doing, mate? Good to see you. Faith enough, we just know you. Well, to be fair, yes. But so far, so good. I mean, I haven't touched any vehicles yet or any fields or anything like that. I haven't even touched a button barely, but so far, so good. Did he say he has zero skill? No, I didn't say I have zero skill issues. I said this will be a zero skill issue stream. It's just, I don't know. There is a lot to think about, even though I've done these quite a few times now. There's a lot to think about, and it's just it's that thing. In the past, it's been forgetting to unmute my mic, because when I'm talking on Discord, when I'm doing it with a group chat, you tend to carry on nattering when the intro graphics are running and stuff. So you mute Discord and you mute your microphone so the viewers can't hear you while you're nattering before the stream starts. And then you suddenly go, oh, hello, there you go, jump into it, and you forget to press unmute. So there's things like that. And the audio channel thing in OBS, but that's all sorted now. Someone keeps pushing you off, do they, Michelle? He's not got long to wait, has he? Congratulations, though. I've got to say, mate, that's a big job you've done. Everyone who isn't aware, Michelle has recently had her first dip in the pool, as it were, of building her own PC. And it's all up and running now, isn't it, mate? I believe. Thank you very much, Cher. Hey up, mate. Good to see you. Hope you're well. But yeah, nice one, Michelle. Good job, well done, mate. And the fact that it's all up and running now and hasn't blown up and caught fire is testament to your skill. I know you've said in the Discord that you're likely not to do it again, but now you've done it once. If you ever felt you had to, you could do, because you've done it once now. You know what goes where as such. So it's a good bit of experience and skill to get under your belt, so to speak, isn't it? But yeah, so welcome. We're on, where are we? We are on Woodhull, Illinois. I did a map tour of this the other day. And as I was sitting down the other day to figure out what map and what I was going to do for this live stream, I just kind of thought this was the perfect map for it. It's been out a little bit now, maybe a couple of weeks or so, by Camil Canuck. Camil Canuck made it was some of his maps that really got me into Farming Simulator initially. I put my teeth, so to speak, with Courseplay on some of his maps on Peace River. He made some wonderful Canadian maps, he really did, and Peace River for FarmSim 19 was a huge map, and that's how I learnt to dabble with Courseplay initially. So yeah, he's made some crackers. There was Peace River, there was what was the other one? Morris, Manitoba. That was a big one that I played a lot on. Look at this juicy hamburger. Nah, you see, you're not going to catch me out either because I've had my tea. Or dinner, sorry, if Kim's watching, or if she does watch this back. I've had my tea, I've had my dinner, so yeah. Had some nice fajitas before with Mrs. FS. So I'm not hungry, I'm not going to get hungry, I'm not going to get stomach rumble and go, I'm a bit peckish. Because that's what you were saying, oh, distracting by talking about food. No. That's right, Craig. Thank you, mate. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe and share if you don't mind. That's a wonderful thing. Thank you, Craig. Appreciate that. Yeah, hit the like button because it does the YouTube thing. It tells YouTube that other people are liking it, and it spreads the word, and other people will jump on board. So yeah, appreciate that. So how are you all doing anyway? Hope you're all doing good. So yeah, what am I going to do? I'm doing this on a solo tonight. This is the first solo live stream that I've done for quite a while now, because me and Welsh have been doing our Farmer's Table thing, and I jumped on Welsh's live stream last night. Anyone who didn't watch that back, who wasn't there last night, go watch it because it was a heck of a laugh. Played on Saxlingham. We even had the pleasure of FarmSim Briscoe's company for a little while as well, and we got a heck of a lot of harvesting done. Covered some serious ground. So yeah, it was good fun. So go back and watch that next time you're available too. Happy birthday, Cher. Is it Cher's birthday as well? Oh, goodness me, happy birthday, Cher. Goodness, 3 of you. So today, it's Michelle's birthday. It's Beanie's birthday. I'm sure you all know who Beanie is. And it's Cher's as well. Goodness me. Wow, there you go. Triple whammy. Brilliant. Hey, up NX, how you doing, mate? Congratulations on Production's control mod being released today. Nice work, buddy. Production manager, sorry, forgive me. Eggs and bacon. Look at you. Honestly, you can't help it, can you? What you like. Yeah, nice work with that NX, mate. Very well done. There we are. Right, so yeah, it's just me tonight, little old me. I'm going to run a bit of solo stuff because, like I said, I've not done a solo live stream for a while now, and as much as it's great doing any kind of a live stream, whether you've got people in your ear on Discord, whether you're doing it with somebody else like I do with Welsh with the Farmer's Table, it's quite difficult sometimes to keep on top of the conversations we've been having on the Farmer's Table, for example, when we're talking to a guest, and keeping on top of the chat as well. And sometimes I just feel a little bit, I'm conscious that a lot of you are in the chat chatting away, and it's difficult to follow that kind of the conversations all over the place. So yeah, I figured I'd do a solo one. Let's get cracking FS. Oh, I've got to do something now, have I? Oh, wasn't expecting that. Anyway, right, so yeah, we've got a handful of land to harvest. We've got Dekalb Soybeans to harvest. That's one of the unique crops that this map has got. It's got Dekalb corn, soybeans, and a few other things. So yeah, I've got a handful of land to harvest, so that's what we're going to get set up and do today. So we're going to get the header sent out first of all. Now this is something, I parked this straight and it wiggles around. I left it straight and I've come back to it and it's all wonky. So anyway, let's get this sent out. So I've done a little bit of auto driving. Cab cinematic as I'm moving as well. That was a bit lethal. There we are. So that's on its way. Nice. We'll go and pick that up. We'll send this thing out in a moment or two's time. No skill issues there. And now we're in the harvester. Hey up, Mrs. Welsh. How you doing, mate? Good to see you. And Nina. Hello, mate. Good to see you. How you doing? Appreciate you joining us. Yes, I'm going to harvest the crop, Dutch. Patience, patience. Send in the skill issues. Told you. It's going to be a 0 skill issue stream, this. It really is. And here's another thing. I know I've harped on about this a few times, but you see how I'm reversing out at like 1 mile an hour here? Just for that touch of realism, because this is what happens in the real world. You don't blast out of a garage backwards at 12 miles an hour in a harvester or any kind of machinery, do you? Dying with man flu here. Oh, Eamon. Hey up, mate. Good evening, buddy. Sorry to hear that. You sounded all right last night. You were in God mode like you normally do on your with your microphone last night. You sounded fine. Sorry to hear you got flu, mate. Man flu as well. It's a very real thing. scientifically proven, apparently. Because us gentlemen have larger sinuses than our female counterparts, so we do suffer heavier with the flu, apparently. Hey up, Welsh, there he is, trouble's in. Back from exercising the land shark. How are we? Has he crashed yet? No, I haven't crashed yet. Honestly, the faith that you lot have in me is just mind-boggling. It really is. I don't blame you. I'm not even going to crash into that nice little sign there either. So, let's get the header attached. There we are. Pull back a bit. Now, I've got manual attach running on this one, as always. And I've said it in some of my videos, but I will never tire of that. Templeton Peck is a legend, as far as I'm concerned, for making this cab cinematic mod. It's utterly brilliant. It really is. There we are. The only thing it doesn't do for me, and I don't know if it... Does anyone else use cab cinematic? I know that he said in one of the latest updates of it, maybe a couple of updates ago, excuse me, the entrance cinematic. I've never been able to get an entrance cinematic on any of my vehicles for some reason. I don't know what it is. But I'm not complaining, of course, because it's still utterly brilliant. Thank you very much, Welsh. Appreciate that, buddy. That's very kind, mate. It's... Well, you're on this journey now as well, aren't you, brother, at the end of the day? And it is wonderful. It really is. I absolutely adore doing this. It's just... I'm so glad I started doing it. I'm so glad that I took those brave pills 3 years ago, because that's the other kind of celebratory thing about this stream, is it's the channel's third birthday as well. It was the channel's third birthday on the 5th or 6th of February, I think it was. Admittedly, I know I'm a couple of weeks late, but at the end of the day, it is what it is. Right, so I'm going to carve out a bit of a landing area for the 9RX. I've chosen a big 9RX and an auger wagon to support me with this. He's going to be running auto drive, so I'm just going to clear out this bit. I have got crop destruction turned off for this, but right, there we go. That looks like it's going to be roughly about right, so we'll pull this thing out. Hey up, Rion, good evening, buddy, how you doing? Enjoy yourself last night, harassing mids. You were chasing that poor guy all around the map last night, weren't you? Right, let's send you on your way. There we are. Back into the harvester. Lovely jubbly. There we are. I'm not running any automation, for me anyway, because I can't. And that is something that quite a few people have already commented and got back to me. Like it was my responsibility on the map, since doing the map tour. Frustrated that course play and things like steering assist won't work, or doesn't work on a lot of the fields on this map. And that's because of the shapes of the fields. As you can see, we've got these kind of, I think they're called waterways, aren't they? These like gaps in the field. I'll show you before we crack on. I'll show you what I mean in the if none of you have seen much of this map already. But as you can see, we've got this these gaps in the field. There you go. There's the first skill issue. I've started on the wrong field. No, it doesn't matter. I've not started on the wrong field. I've started on a different field, but I've sent the tractor to the other field. There you go. Skill issue number 1. I'll turn this one to field 24, but I don't think there's a route for that one to make its way to 24, so I'll just pull it back into the farm. There you go. One skill issue so far. Oh, I normally play with crop destruction on Mark, but I just thought I'd take things a little bit, not less seriously, but you know what I mean. Just a bit. Is he going to have caught the right one? Yeah, there you go. Right, you're on the right path now. Ignore that. No crop destruction skill issue. No, it's not. And we're off. Yeah. Hey, Mark, how you doing, buddy? Thank you very much, mate. Appreciate that. Thank you very much indeed. How are you? You all right? Good to see you. Appreciate your time on this Wednesday evening, buddy. Here comes the chaos. There's going to be no chaos this evening. None whatsoever. But yeah, so Courseplay and the likes of steering assist. I've had a few people talk about it in the comments of the map tour that I did, frustrated, saying, "Oh, Courseplay doesn't work." Courseplay does work. You just have to plough over these areas of field in order to make the field a little bit easier for Courseplay to plot the course through, because it's not, you know, it's not infallible, as it were. It will struggle with these odd-shaped fields. I had the same kind of response over on Gage, Kentucky, because there's a lot of difficult and unique shaped fields on that map as well, and a lot of people were, "Oh, Courseplay doesn't work," you know, this, it does work, it's fine. Right field, wrong time. Yeah, Ryan, how you doing, mate? Good to see you, good to see you. Where are the New Holland machines there, Rion? There aren't any on this one, my good friend, I'm afraid. There's no blue machines, they're all green on here today, I'm afraid. Sorry, dude. But whenever I'm doing a stream with you, whenever me and Welsh are setting something up with you, mate, there's always a New Holland in there for you, don't you worry. But no, I figured I'd... to be fair, I don't actually know why I stuck with the John Deeres this evening. I just did. I wanted the 9RX to support me, and I just kind of thought, right, well, if I've got a 9RX, I'm going to have... I've got Custom Modding's S700 here, with the old Patriot setup on it, with the US flag down the side. So I just figured I'd stay green for this one. Why not? It's as good a choice as any. But yeah, it's a cracking map, this one. It really is. It's nice to see Camil Canuck back in the back making some maps for Farming Simulator. Like I said before, he's had always been one of my favourite map makers, because it was his maps that I really did find my feet with Farming Simulator back in the relative early days of Farming Simulator 19. And it was just those wonderful, wonderful days where you discover a new game and get properly into it, and that's what Camille's maps did for me in Farm Sim 19. It was brilliant, it really was. You don't use Courseplay or in-game GPS, you use vehicle control add-on. To be honest, it's just one of those things. You know what it's like. Some people use stuff, some people don't. I've never used vehicle control add-on. You get used to the way you play, don't you? And Courseplay and Auto Drive if I go towards any automation, I go to them. But to be fair, because I use Courseplay and Auto Drive so much in my general series, when I do field work, I tend to put it into cinematics. To put it into cinematics, I use Courseplay and Auto Drive. But when I'm doing stuff like this, like a live stream, it's actually a really nice thing to do everything by hand. And I know Auto Drive's running with the grain cart, but it's just a really nice thing to do it properly, as it were, manually. Did it all last night on Welsh's stream over on Saxlingham. By hand, on my own. Oh, there you go. Look at that, Welsh. You've got some free publicity, mate. I've still got the Nightbot thing set up for our farmers table, so you're getting a plug there. Everyone go sub to Welsh. Joe Dennis, what map is this? This is Woodhull, Illinois. I keep wanting to say Woodhill, but it's not. It's not Woodhill, it's Woodhull. Woodhull, Illinois by Camil Canuck. Check out I should have actually put a link in the video description below, but I did a map tour on it the other day, so go check out that map tour and you'll see the link to the download, mate. Camil Canuck's itch.io page is where you'll find it, and that's the only place you should find it. If you find it on any of those horrible scraper sites, don't click on it and go over straight to his itch.io page. You get it from there, the official download. Another skill issue. What, that I didn't put the map link in the video description? Yeah, alright, you can have that one. My focus was not having skill issues in the stream, but I suppose one of them has already happened, sending the tractor to the wrong field, but do it all manual. Yeah, absolutely, Mark, absolutely. But it's a great map, this one, it really is. You've got 4 starter farms on here, I think, if I remember correctly. And I've chosen the older one of the 4 because it's got a really nice setup. Nice old red barns. Cheers, Welsh. There you go, map tour there. Just put the link in the chat there. So yeah, if you want to go download it, click on that and you'll see the link to Mr. Canuck's itch.io page. Yeah. So who's got to go with this map already then? Anyone? You can find it in my Discord as well. You can indeed, Dutch. That you can. What did you say to me the other day? You need to stop recommending maps to me. No, don't do that. I rely on you, Dutch. I really do. I spend a huge percentage of my life just sitting behind this computer making content for everyone. There's a lot of work involved in keeping on top of everything in the community as well. Mods and maps and latest releases and Facebook posts and all that kind of stuff. Do it manually, says Mark Thor, with cheaty mods. If it weren't for that face in the way, what a great view. Thanks, mate. Such kindness from such friends. Face for radio. You can turn the camera off if you want. There we go. We should have quite good yields out of this because I've set these fields up. So the purpose is, as you can see anyway, I've got 0 cash in the bank. The simple idea with this is I'm going to get as many of the 4... Is it 4 I've got? Yeah, I've got 4 fields here. 45, 24, 33 and 35. And the grain cart is going to be taking them up here to Chula Farmers Co-op. It's going to be taking that grain to this sell point here. And we're just going to sell what we harvest and see what we can make from it. Nothing too special. We're not at best sell time. I think we're in hard economic difficulty, but we'll be getting about somewhere between $640 and $660 for 1,000 litres of the things. So don't turn it off, just blur it out, please. I count these people as my friends, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, Longhill, how you doing, mate? It's good to see you, buddy. Good to see you, mate. I hope you're doing all right. I do hope you're doing well, mate. I'm, yeah, kind of thinking and referencing your post on Scott's Discord like yesterday, mate. I'm thinking of you. I hope you're all right. Big love to you, mate. Right, I'm going to see now. We've got to 90%. I'm not going to... I might get just round here, but as soon as I pull this pipe out, he's going to make his way round here, so... And he might actually go right around, because he does... I have the setting where he's going to avoid the crop. Whether he does avoid the crop or not is a different thing. Let's see if we get to the end of here first, before we hit 100%. Oh, we might actually be bang on there. 96. 97. We're going to be very close. That'll do. I think what I'll do, just to make life a little bit easy for me when it comes to the timing and the positioning of where he's going to need to find his way from to my auger pipe, I'm just going to cut in here. Quickly. 99. 100. Right. He's not got a huge amount of space to figure out which way he's got to go, but hopefully this should work. They get a bit wiggly, these 9RXs, when they're running on auto drive. And there's another thing with this thing as well. I did do some testing with this, and it's something that kind of bugs me a bit. But he'll stop. He'll start receiving my grain, but it gets to... He doesn't let me fully empty the tank before he gets his wiggle on and starts reversing back. And I've got no idea how to not do that. I don't know whether it's the tractor or the trailer, because again, avid users of auto drive will know that certain tractors and certain trailers have different characteristics, and it's bloody frustrating. But these are both base game, apart from the harvester, these are both base game pieces of equipment. So it should, touch wood, work, but he might do it again. I think it got to somewhere in the region of about just under 10,000 litres when the 9RX gets its wiggle on and starts to bugger off. Oh, but lo and behold, might we make it? So far, so good. Oh, we're doing it. Goodness me. Oh, no, there you go. There you go. Gets his little wiggle on, shakes its ass. Yeah, and he leaves me with 1,986 litres in the tank. What's that all about? Half a job. Eh? Anyway, apart from that, works fine. I did try and set it up so that it chases me, it follows me along, but again, that's a whole another kettle of fish that couldn't quite get it to work properly. But one of the things is, again, because of the shapes of the fields, as soon as you start crossing over these bits of land on the field, like the waterway things, because interestingly on this map, again, I'll just stop quickly and jump into the PDA, but these bits of land here, even though I own field 24, the bits of land that make up the waterways, you only own on this map if you purchase plot of land 1, which covers, you see all the little bits here, apart from that one there, all these little bits here show up. You can buy it, it's only $0, like, but it's just a weird thing that because of the way AutoDrive plans its route around a field, it sees these as field edges, so it gets a bit confused. And on this particular field, anyway, didn't really enjoy getting down with it and doing the job properly when I was testing all this out yesterday. Everyone look away, FARMERSIM is about to put his pipe out. You know when you're in the bloody chat, don't you, Mr. Thor? A voice for a sleep clinic. Yeah, I'm your sleeping aid. I'm your bloody sleep aid, aren't you? You fall asleep to my videos. At least I've got a use for something. Bore you to sleep at night. Mark just won the comment of the day. Face for radio and a voice for sign language. Thanks, mate. Yeah. But it is a lovely map, this one. Has any of you played this one? Has any of you downloaded it yet and had a go? It's a cracking map, and I think it's actually quite a good one for multiplayer. We're having a brief discussion on Discord the other day, because I know it's something I need to pull my finger out and get done, and that's update a multiplayer map for the server, for my channel, for folks to play on. And I put a thing out there to say, give me some suggestions. We'll put it to a vote or something like that. But yeah, I think this map would be a really good contender for a multiplayer, even though it is just a 1x in inverted commas. I think it'd work really, really well. The fields are big, there's loads of room, there's 4 main starter farms. Got him, Welsh. We love you really a bit. Thanks, mate. Brilliant. But yeah, so I'm going to see how much crop we can get harvested, see how much money we can make in a couple of hours. It's my allotted time for this evening. To be fair, I haven't actually left this chair all day. Been sat here putting a video together for, funnily enough, he's in the chat before, Sin the Dane, if you're still here, mate. I've got to say a massive thank you to a lot of folks recently. If any of you have been watching my recently started series, Your Farm Builds, where I've been starting to showcase people from the community's farm builds, it's become... I've got a bit of a queue, basically. I've been contacted by quite a few people. I've got quite a few farms now in my save game files, waiting for me to put something together for each individual one. But yeah, it's so cool. It's such an amazing thing, being given somebody else's save game and going and having a look at the farms that they've built, because it's one of the reasons why I started the series, is because farm builds have been quite a prominent thing on my channel since the Lady Kim came along and started to show all of us novices and noobs how to do it properly. And the interest of folks wanting to download save games of mine that Kim's built for me has been absolutely massive. So that's what fueled the idea to start this series, to try and get a bit more community involvement and see other people's work. And it's brilliant. So yeah, so I've been working today on Sin the Dane has sent me a farm, and it is brilliant. absolutely brilliant. And one of the things I like, I'm not going to go into too much detail about it because that's for the video that comes out on Saturday. But it is built, it has been modelled and built on a real farm in his home country of Denmark, and it's massive, and it's a dairy farm, and it is, in my humble opinion, the perfect farm if you want to get really, really into a bit of detail with the likes of realistic livestock, and there's another realistic animal mod out there as well, advanced animal something I think there is, but it's the perfect farm build to really exercise those mods. So keep an eye out on Saturday night for the next episode of Your Farm Builds. You'll see Sin's build on there, and by some time on Saturday that save game will be available to download on my Discord. So if you're not a member on the Discord server already, please do jump on over there and check it out. The link for that is in the video description below. Yeah, and you'll see that appear sometime in the community save game section sometime on Saturday. Well worth a click and a download. It really is. It's a vast farm, that's all I can say. Share, thank you very much, mate. That's very kind. Thank you, mate. Really appreciate that, mate. And happy birthday to you again, love. I hope you're well. She'd be nice, you don't want him to get his knickers in a bunch. I never get my knickers in a bunch. I'm as chilled as they come, he says. And there you were telling us you did lots today already. I did do lots today already. A lot of it was virtual. I've been here, there, and everywhere. I've had a very busy day today. This was on the back of Kim calling us all slackers this morning on Discord. But no, I've been out. I've left the house. I've touched grass and everything. Walked the dog. Been down to the workshop to look at some fancy cars. And what else have I done? Been to the supermarket, cooked tea, prepped some fajitas for dinner for me and Mrs. FARMERSIM to have earlier, so that I wasn't doing a live stream on an empty stomach, so that I wouldn't start getting a rumbling stomach and start talking about food halfway through, which is what you all thought I was going to do. What else have I done today? Been to the pet shop. I've done a lot of things, but the main time-consuming thing amongst all that is sorting the videos out, sorting thumbnails out, getting this live stream prepped, finishing editing the video for Sin's farm build tour on Saturday. Yeah. The one thing I wasn't being today was Anne Slacker, as Miss Kim called us all. Whitcomb Park Farm is looking good, Lee. Bang on the money, mate. I know I'm not on my own here, as one of the many people who are desperately looking forward to Oxygen David's new map coming up very soon. I know it's not too far away. I know he's pretty much finished it now. It's in testing phase now, isn't it? In its beta testing phases. It's gone out to testers, and it is going to be released on his itch.io page for PC players first, to iron out all the bugs and find any bugs and all that, and you'll be able to deal with all the bug fixes from us PC players first, and then once he's got all those ironed out and it's pretty much 110% working properly, then it'll be fired over to Giants to get released for console. I know a few people on the internet have had a bit of a reaction to that in a few of the comments on his Facebook post, but completely understandable why. It makes perfect sense. Hey, what? My love handles are stopping him getting out of that chair? I'm not stuck in this chair at all. Thank you very much. Such a friendly bunch, my lot, aren't they? Eh? You're fat, you can't get out of the chair, you're lazy, you're a slacker, you've got skill issues. Face for radio. And a voice for sign language. Keep them coming. My skin has got incredibly thick over these last couple of years with you lot. I love you, really. Was he playing Sim City today? No. We want him hungry, not noxious. No, you won't be able to make me hungry, not now, Techno. Vegemite sandwich. Well, is Vegemite like Marmite? I don't think I've ever had Vegemite before, but I've got a feeling it's like Marmite, isn't it? Need some Kleenex. What on earth do I need Kleenex for, Dutch? I don't even want to answer that one. Oh, it looks like a lap of this field is almost pretty much as near as makes no difference. 100% of this hopper, so that's perfect. Just trying to keep me humble. Oh, we can't have that, look at that. Can't have a little misbit there. Absolutely not. Where's Kim when we need her? I think she said she wasn't going to be here this evening. She's a busy lady over in Canada, and I think her heart rate's going to have slowed a bit now, hopefully, as a result of the ice hockey before. Canada won in overtime, didn't they? If anybody watched it, for the tears. I have a natural grown stab vest. Oh my god. Thanks, Mark. I do actually. I'm not that bad. I'm not that fat, I don't think. Alright, so far so good. I don't think any of the other fields. 45 might allow me to. I'm going to go and do 45 first. I planned on doing 45 first, actually. I'm going to go do that one next. I planned on doing that first, as you know. But we shall see. We'll get this one done now. Leaving Whiskers in the field now. No. There's no way. I know I'm not leaving him. I noticed it. So far, so good. Let's have a look at the growth calendar menu. There you go. Look at that. Nice and neat. Not a single blob of orange mist. Just plump. Yeah, alright. I'm not plump. Just well fed. What do you mean, does that help against bullets? I hope you're not planning on shooting me. Goodness me. I get all the abuse here, don't I? I don't know. Spend half me bloody life. There you go, you're off wiggling again. Look at you. Ooh, almost 611 litres then. Like I said, I've got the room to get around you, you just don't have the time. Yeah. I like that. That's a good one, that, Dinky. Got my own gravitational pull. Like that scene on Family Guy, eh? Oh. Oh. Hey up, mids. Good evening, sir. Sorry I'm late to the party. Congrats on the subs and years, my man. Absolutely. That's very kind, mate. Thank you very much. Hope you're well. You recovered from last night's shenanigans, getting chased around Satchlingham by a young Welsh lad. Kim told me that when FARMERSIM wears a belt, he looks like the Michelin Man. Her words, not mine. Is that true? Right. Be having words with that young lady, I'll tell you that for now. Good to see you, mids. Hope you're well, mate. How's it going? Appreciate you joining us, dude. And thank you again. That's very kind of you, mate. Very kind of you indeed. Whether it's well deserved or not, I don't know. Yeah, the bully. Yes. The bully. It was funny. It proper turned into slight chaos, that, didn't it? Going full Dukes of Hazzard towards the end of it, seeing who was it? Dinky and Gil leaping over hedgerows in tractors and trailers, going full Dukes of Hazzard. Right, I think now I'm just going to go up and down now, because there's something so very nice about harvesting a field with the rows perfectly aligned, and it also adds to the skill as well of driving in cab and not leaving any rows of shame. So I'm going to try and not have too much of an overlap on the right hand side there. Mids being bullied by an 8-year-old says more about mids. It was a good laugh, that was. It really was. It was great to have you taking part as well, Mrs. Welsh. That was it was good fun. Sometimes we didn't know whether it was you in the cab or Rion. Yesterday's stream was just a farm sim version of Benny Hill. I'm sure somebody said that, didn't they? That we just needed the Benny Hill music to be playing in the background. Yeah. Right, I'm gonna have to come. I'm on a bit of a. I'm in a bit of a ravine here. I can feel the corners and edges of my header rubbing on the ground a bit there. I'm gonna have to come back and get this bit on my right that I'm going to have left. Mrs. Welsh got him again. Yeah, it was a good laugh, that was, Welsh. Good fun last night. There is something awesome about a full, busy multiplayer lobby in a game of Farming Simulator. We had some great views, didn't we, yesterday? There was like eight harvesters and 8 tractors and trailers running in the field, running in neighbouring fields at the same time, all working, and it was like, yeah, this is Farming Simulator done properly. That it was really, really cool. It really was. The harvester not. Yes, I know. I'm not bothering about those green waterways in the field. I'm not bothered about those at all. And I don't think I'm going to be able to get all of that. Am I? Oh yeah. Head is bigger than I thought. There we go. Nice. Yeah, there's something very satisfying now that the especially now row crop system is out by Thundar. There's something really quite nice about harvesting a properly rowed up field of grain, don't you think? From in cab especially, like this. It just looks proper. It really does. It really does. What map is this, Lee? This is Woodhull, Illinois by Camil Canuck. If it's no trouble, Welsh, if you've still got access to your keyboard, if you're still there, drop that link back in again, if you can, mate. Right, there we go. That's that bit done. That's what she said. Right. But yeah, I'm not bothering about those little islands there, Dutch. They're so small and inconsequential that they're just getting rolled over, I reckon. Cheers, Welsh. Thank you, mate. Thoroughly appreciated, dude. Yeah, it's been such a long time since I've soloed a live stream. That's why I kind of figured I'd do this one on my own tonight. Not only that, but I also didn't give myself a huge amount of time to organise it, so it was only 3 or 4 days ago that I decided to do this live stream anyway. And I kind of thought that was probably a little bit too short notice to try and get loads of people on board, so I kind of figured, you know what, it's been such a while since I've done one on my bill. I'll see what I can get done on my own. Yeah, it's a cracking map, this. It really is. One could say what, Dutch? No, it's not. No. The most overused comment on my Discord and in my YouTube comment section and in the live chats is that term skill issue. And I'm sure it's genuinely Kim's fault. She started all that a long time ago and it's just stuck. Yeah, there we go. Where are we there? Oh, we've still got quite a big one in the middle, haven't we? Contemplating trying to see if I can get the harvester to chase me, but I don't think this field is the right one for this one. I'll try it in field 45 when we get over to that one in a bit. But yeah. So yeah, I've got, like I said at the beginning, to anyone else anyone who's joined since the beginning, obviously thank you for joining us this evening. But I've got to say a massive thank you, and I'll be doing it repeatedly this evening. A massive thank you to every single one of you for everything you've ever done for me and my little channel, whether it's a view, a subscription, a comment, or anything. Everything adds up. Getting the channel to where it is today, it's just under 14,100 subscribers now. Actually, it seems to be, it's growing slowly but surely. But yeah, it's you can't blame Kim when she's not here. You know what? As soon as I say something like, or as soon as anyone says something like that, she'll turn up. They'll be like, "Oh, mess with Kim and I'll get a flick." It doesn't matter whether I mess with Kim or not. I get a flick anyway, daily. Can you not turn on course play and unload on the move? Well, it's the shape of the fields, Welsh. The field with these waterways, with these runoffs in the centre of the field, course play doesn't like. It gets a bit befuddled when it's trying to plot a course around there. It probably would manage it, but I kind of thought for the purposes of this stream, I'll do the harvesting on myself, and I'll have auto drive just support me. But it's annoying because when you run it on course play and auto drive, it'll chase fine and it'll unload fine on the move. With me to be fair, I practiced on this field, and because this field has got these broken up parts that aren't actually owned land at the minute, and because the unloader has to plot its way around because I've got the avoid fruit turned on as well, and stay within the confines of the field, it just throws it a bit and it gets it a bit confused, and it spends too much time sitting there thinking about where to go instead of actually going where I wanted to go. So I kind of figured out, for now anyway, until I'll try it when I've got past this runoff in the centre there, I'll give it a go, because I did practice it yesterday, and when it's got plenty of field around it to plot the route towards me, it seems to work. It's when it has to stop, when you know, by the time it's figured itself out to get there, I'm already at the end of the row and I need to turn around, if you know what I mean. No, Blue Bug, it's the... Oh, well, yeah, technically, yes. If I redefined the field edge as a custom field, yes, I suppose that would work, actually. Yeah, you're right, that could work. But I didn't. I only started setting up this rather minimal auto drive setup yesterday, and so it'll work. It'll be fine. It will. If I was doing a series on this map, I'd certainly do stuff like that and make sure that all the auto driving course play things work perfectly, so that if I was to throw stuff into cinematics, they'd work fine. Have I been playing on Kinlagley? Yes, I have, mate. I've well, when I say playing on it, I have my roleplay series, Bells My Main, set on Kinlaig. So I have been playing on there, but I don't do a huge amount of field work on there, just because of the storyline, as it were. Do a little bit of field work, of course, but right. So let's stop here at 92% and just see how this thing behaves itself. Because if I'm right in saying it's going to work its way around those, it might do, or it might just come straight over to me. Be interesting to see. Oh no. Oh, it comes straight over. Well, what do you know? Wasn't expecting that. Okay. Wish he'd make his bloody mind up what he's going to do. No worries, Michelle. Take care, love. Nice to see you. Appreciate you dropping by, love. Happy birthday to you. Enjoy the rest of your day. And I hope you get some well-deserved selfish time on your nice new shiny computer. I hope it's working good. No doubt catch you on the Discord tomorrow, mate. But yeah, that's not a bad thought, Blue Bug, actually, yeah. Custom defined edges would probably have sorted it. Oh, full of you, 80%. got him programmed to only go and sell stuff when he's 99% full, so we'll see what we get per grain cart load, per auger load. A pretty decent size capacity on this one. What we are at the minute, 60, nearly 66,000 litres in there. He made his mind up, he's going to do the waltz. In fact, let's send you off. You go off and sell what you've got there then. In fact, what I might do is just very quickly run with auto drive just for a minute and just check that it does what it's meant to do, because the sell point that I've picked for it to sell at, because I've only got these fields and that sell point wide into auto drive and a few of the roads. I've not done anything substantial, but the sell point is quite tricky because it's not over the physical grate that you can see at the sell point, and he actually has to pull up at the side. And you're going to go all the way around. Oh, he is, isn't he? I'll carry on harvesting for a bit then. There is actually a point where that tractor can pull out onto the road, but I think he must have just been slightly in front of it, so he's made his way. He's going to be doing a full lap of the field. Never mind. Take care, Long Hill, mate. Take it easy, buddy. Good to see you. Appreciate your time, bud. It's good to see you, man. Yeah, he'll take a few minutes to get around the field there. Turn that off for a bit. Yeah, I'm not sure how far through these 4 fields I'm going to get this evening. I don't know necessarily whether I'm going to get all of them done, but we'll see what we can make money-wise from it. I'm intrigued to see what we're going to get for the full grain cart. Anyway, where is he? Just turning on at the corner there. There we go. What's a skill issue? You're not counting the auto drive tractor not pulling out the field there as a skill issue, I hope, there, Techno. Definitely not. Right, where's he at now? Just over there. Where are we through the field? Yeah, to be fair, I'll be lucky if I get 45 finished as well with this one. I should have remembered what I told myself. I told myself I was going to do the big one first, but yes. So yeah, there was a few folks in the comments after the Sadir, so about halfway through this field then it'll break down. And if you've got more faith in me or these green tractors, Dutch. Oh, do you use Audacity as well, Mids? I use that for editing the songs that I use to make them sound like they're on a radio, and edit audio to make it sound like they're on a phone. Right, he's on the road now. Let's just turn that off for a minute. Just follow this thing as he makes his way to the tell point. Audacity's a cracking program, isn't it, Mids? So you do your editing in there. Interesting. Interesting. It is a very powerful little bit of software, that. And it's free. Which can't be said for just about anything in this current day and age, can it? So he should. So the sell point is just there behind that big tanker. And there's a relatively small tip grate, but as you'll see where I've had to position the auto drive nodes, he actually just tips it onto the ground about 3 feet to the right of it. But just for my own peace of mind, even though I did put this to the test yesterday, I just want to make sure that it runs itself properly again, so that I can then just leave it to its own devices. But you see what I mean? It had to come to about here. There you go. And just tip it on the floor. There we go. The money's coming into the bank. Right, let's crack on. We can leave that one to its own devices now for a bit. See what we get per auger wagon load. And imagine with an almost 70,000 litre capacity though, it could be quite a tidy sum of money, I think. I currently use CapCut for that sort of editing, plus basically everything else but Audacity for my character voices. Yeah, interesting. I am, however, going to try and muster the courage to move from CapCut to Adobe Premiere Pro. Ooh! Going old posh, are you, mids? Well, if I can wholeheartedly... Ooh, $45,207. That'll ding-dang do for me. I can wholeheartedly recommend DaVinci Resolve if you're... Because I know you got to pay monthly for Premiere Pro, but it's, you know, it's entirely up to you. It's entirely up to you at all. But DaVinci Resolve is a piece of editing software I say recently, it's been a good few months now, I moved to. And just in comparison to the simplistic editing software that I'd been using since day one of starting my YouTube channel, I'm just kicking myself that I didn't do it so much longer ago, because the things that you can do with DaVinci Resolve that I couldn't do before are incredible. And there's two versions of DaVinci. You can get the full super duper pro version for like 250 quid or something like that, or you can download the free version, which still comes with a huge amount of features and stuff, and that's the version I use, and it's just brilliant. It really is. So, but yeah, good luck to you, mate. I think it's either way, whether you go for Adobe's brilliant as well. I know it is an extremely incredible bit of equipment. I think FARMERSIM guy uses Adobe Premiere Pro, Scroft uses Premiere Pro, so if you look at the quality of their content and the videos that they actually produce, you'll see what Adobe's capable of doing. So but yeah, either way, mate, good luck to you. Hey up Templeton, how you doing, mate? Good to see you. I was talking about you before because I've got Cab Cinematic, of course, running on here, as I do on every single one of my saves now. But I don't know whether this it can. I'm assuming it's a mod conflict. It has to be a mod conflict, not with your mod, but with something else. I don't know, but I've never been able to get I think you'd said in one of your updates for Cinematic that there now should be entrance cinematics. Is that correct, Templeton, or am I miles away as usual? No, don't get me wrong though. There's no complaints from my end. I absolutely love it. It's a piece of mod brilliance that I think the game has been missing for such a long time, and I'm just so grateful that you've come along and made it, because it's just being able to have that few seconds of cinematic view just as you climb in and out of your vehicles is genius, mate. It really is. Thanks, Chad. Appreciate that, buddy. Thank you very much, mate. Good to see you. Oh, there you go. Yeah, if you can't get used to it, I'll move to DaVinci. Well, you've got to give it a go, mate. I know I did actually try Adobe Premiere Pro for a while ago, but I was so set in my ways that I couldn't get used to it at all. And it was the reason why I eventually took a brave pill and went to DaVinci, is because the piece of software I was using at the time, I can't even remember what it's bloody called now. OpenShot Video Editor was the one I used to use. That received an update, and ever since the update, which I had to keep to the latest version, it stopped me being able to do my perfectly timed cinematic shots with the music, time to the music. It was always like a half a second out when I put my markers in my timeline to add the video tracks to the beat of the music like I like to do. They were always half a second out, and no matter what I did, it was driving me insane. And it was that thing that I had to go, right, that's it, no more. And I had to just bite the bullet and move over to DaVinci. And after about a week of feeling quite stressed because I'd been so used to using OpenShot for such a long time, it was a big change for me. But after getting used to it and suddenly realising how simple DaVinci is to use once you get used to the different terminologies and where everything is, I was kicking myself for not doing it sooner. I really was, because it's an amazing bit of equipment, a bit of software, it really is. Mr. Parker, good evening, mate. How you doing? Good to see you. You've been watching me for 2 years, Chad. I think you have, haven't you, mate? Well, I really do appreciate your support, buddy. I appreciate everyone's support in getting my little channel to where it is today. It would be absolutely nowhere without every single one of you. So I appreciate you all massively. I really do. He changed the DaVinci Resolve to try to reduce his skill issues. DaVinci Reduce. Yeah. And he failed! Oh, the cheek of it, Dutch. Didn't fail. Oh, and there's a free one from FSG as well. There you go. There's another bloody skill issue. I've still got Nightbot. I forgot about Nightbot actually before sorting this one out. I was still getting the sub to FSG message in the chat as well from FSG's Farmer's Table episode that he did with us. Seems related to the game controllers, but I haven't had time to dig into it. I'm working on a big update, mate. That's no worries, buddy. Like I say, I'm not in any way complaining. There was, because one thing it does work. This is another thing that I found, and whether you'd be intrigued for this kind of feedback, whether it's map specific, because, and this is where I've not been able to really get my head around it, is, for example, I use Ross N Mods' JCB 8000 Icon Fast Track on my Saxlingham series, and I also use exactly the same tractor on my Bells My Mains Kinlake series. Hamish's tractor is Ross N Mods' 8000 series with the Perkins diesel swap that I did with it, the engine sound thing. On Saxlingham, the entrance cinematic works faultlessly. On Kinlake, it doesn't. No idea why. It's the same tractor, it's the same game, it's a different map, but it's the same tractor. And the JCB Icon series, I think, is the only tractor I've been able to get the entrance cinematic working with. In fact, I'm 90% full here. I'm going to lift up and just spin around and wait to be unloaded by the 9RX there. Spin around. Here'll do. Pipe out. Why's my pipe not coming out? Oh, there you go. So yeah, it was an interesting one, Templeton. It really is. I've been playing on Kinlake. All I change is the vehicles to New Holland so I can go with the colour of the flag, blue and white. Nice thought, yeah. Hey, Wolfie, how you doing, mate? Good to see you. I use DaVinci on my vids. Great piece of software, and the update. They do update quite regularly, don't they? Yeah, it's a good bit of software. It really is. It's as I said, it took me a fair bit of time to get used to it, because, you know, like I said, I was using the same bit of software for 2.5 years, so I was thoroughly set in my ways. I knew exactly how I needed to do what I needed to do, but it was very limiting. The OpenShot software, as good as it was great for a learner, wonderful for a learner. That's how I started off on YouTube, using that bit of software. yeah, it was just very limiting. There was very few fancy features that you could do with it. So I knew it was high time that I just bit the bullet, took a handful of Brave pills, and started using a proper bit of software. I missed part of the chat, but is this to do with the cab visual that if you're in third person enter vehicle, you put in an entirely different vehicle? I missed part of the chat, but is this to do with the cab visual that if you're in third person and enter a particular vehicle, it'll put you in an entirely different vehicle? No, Mids, this is cab cinematic, watch. If I climb out the cab here, you get that. A cinematic of the actual player climbing out the cab, and it is amazing. It really is. And I might have just spoilt my... You see there, I've spoilt that now, haven't I? Because I'm not running automation, I've got out the cab. But that's the cab cinematic, Mids. It's wonderful. It really is. It's at its absolute best as well if you're in a vehicle that you can open the doors for as well. That's one of the great things you can do. A lot of the vehicles you can't. I'm not actually too sure. Is this one that I can open a door? It is. There you go. Right, you can open the door in this, so I'll go through it in a minute. Let me just wait till this is completely unloaded, because otherwise I'll bugger it up again. It's because he opened the mod to swap the engine sound, broke it as soon as he... No, well, it does. It's the same mod on Kinlake. It's got the Perkins diesel swap. It works perfectly on Saxlingham, but doesn't work on on any of the other ones. Hey, Oz. Thank you, mate. Very kind, very kind. Right, so we're in cab mode. So now I will open the door and then just climb out like that. How mega! And it even climbs you down the stairs, and it does it really, really well with the forage harvesters as well, where you've got the runway where you get out the door and the kind of runway goes off along the side of the vehicle and down to the steps. The steps aren't in the same place as this vehicle. Like, for example, the New Holland forager that I've got over on Saxlingham, your character walks... It's just brilliant. How Templeton Peck does it, I've got no idea. But it is genius. And, yeah, I'm just so utterly grateful. For players like me who like to make as much cinematic stuff as possible with this. I mean, I did it with the intro cinematic to this one-off live stream video that I did, the opening thing I did before. I always try and include, if I can now, some kind of image of the player getting out the cab, because it's just mega. Oh, I know you were joking, Mark. Don't you worry. Yeah, I'm used to you by now. Although you're not far off though, mate. It is very surprising that I didn't break the mod by just opening it up and changing something around. But that was another thing that as soon as I learned how to do that, I was like, ooh! So I started to put Perkins diesel engines in just about everything. I put it in a pickup truck. Oh, I missed a bit there. Yeah, I put it in the pickup truck that I've got on Gage, Kentucky, the Chevy 3500 or whatever it's called by Agrotono. I stuck a Perkins engine in that because why not? It sounds mega. How's Oz doing, mate? Thank you, mate. Cheers, Oz. I appreciate that, mate. Very kind. Thank you. I just added the cab cinematic. It made me so happy that my wife thought I went crazy. Well, that's it. It's for me, and obviously you as well, Ginger Farmer. It is a game-changing mod, because just pressing a button and appearing outside the vehicle that you've just been in has always been a bit. Now you get the whole shebang, as it were, just thanks to a mod. It's brilliant. It really is. Absolutely brilliant. But yeah, I can't imagine it's an easy thing to get to the bottom of that, Templeton. I really can't. Do you know what? It's just one of these weird things, but obviously Templeton Peck, his name here and in the modded world of Farming Simulator, that's relating to the Faceman on the A-Team. And I was actually watching a video half an hour before starting this stream that I found on YouTube that was like a history of cool facts about the A-Team van. So there you go. Yeah. It was really interesting, actually. It's some quite interesting things about that iconic van. It was insured. Check this one out. The A-Team van back in the 80s, in the days of that wonderful TV show that a few of us of a certain vintage will remember. It was insured as if it was a character in the TV show. It did have vehicle insurance like a normal vehicle would have had, but it also had a separate scheme, policy as it were, as if it were a character in the show, like George Peppard and, you know, all that kind of stuff. Which I thought was meant because it became such a popular thing, that's like in its own separate world. Became something of an icon itself, didn't it, within the TV show? But yeah. Fanboy much of what, Ryan? Are you talking about Templeton's mod? Of course I am. This game's made by modders. Absolutely 110% made by modders. The base game is great. It's wonderful that it exists. And it's not wonderful that I've missed that. Do you know what? I didn't miss that. That was the level of the ground, that. Yeah. It's wonderful that the game exists. The game, you know, if it was just the base game, it would just be the base game. There wouldn't be anything we could do about it. But the fact that this game is... Oh, bugger off, he seemed to say. Right. You saw the one about kits. That was the one that was suggested to me after watching the 18 one, Mark. I've got that lined up to watch later. But yeah, this game is absolutely made by modders, because the variety and the genius that modders bring to this game. Did I see that Ritter was in the chat there? So forgive me, I'm doing my best to manually drive in as straight a line as possible, concentrate on what I'm doing here, and keep up with the chat. But I'm sure... What are you counting 7? That wasn't a skill issue, Dutch. That was the level of the ground. Give me a break. Please. Yeah. Likes of Ritter and NX modding. He was here before. If he's still here before, again, congratulations. Just had his production manager mod released on the Mod Hub today. But it's modders like that, like Ritter, who makes the... he's got a handful of mods, but the one that I always refer to is the Adjust Animal Feed mod, which is brilliant. That's how you can give your cows 100% productivity and health from feeding grass. That's how you can get your grass-fed beef really easily. Ritter was here earlier, yeah, I thought so. Mods like that, let alone the vehicles, let alone harvesters like this by the legends that are custom modding. Mark Thor, there he is, who's made some of my favourite mods, the Ford Class Dominator. His JCB fast, it's the old fast track that I've got on my Kinlake series. That is always on the big floater tyres. Things like that. It's whatever floats your boat, you know. Modders make it, you enjoy it, and that's what makes the game so incredible. It really is. Are you off, Rion? Good to see you, mate. Good night, mate. I will see you, no doubt. If I don't see you before, I will see you in a couple of weeks' time on here, where myself, yourself, and Welsh will have the pleasure of a very special guest. Another very special guest on the next episode of the Farmer's Table, which will be taking place on March the 3rd, Tuesday. So save the date, folks. Tuesday, March the 3rd, 7 PM, our usual slot once a month, first Tuesday of every month. We are going to have a very, very special guest on board with us then on that evening. I'm not going to say who it is yet, or whatever floats your tractor. Absolutely. Yes, you're a modder. You absolutely are. For me, anyway, your name rings synonymous for me, Mark, because you've been around in my microcosm of Farming Simulator. You were one of the first names that I knew, because you were within the little world of the Farm Sim guy. Back on Thingy-Majoo, what's it called? Bloody hell. Bull's Gap. Bulls Gap. Jeepers Creepers. You know what Jeepers Creepers is, don't you? That was an amazing little truck. Big truck, whatever. But yeah. Oh, look at that. No, can't have that. Can't have that. Can't have that. Yes, Ritter's Fresh mod that expires products. Genius. Absolute genius. And before any of you say it, Dutch, techno, that's not a skill issue. There we go. Caught it. No, you're right, Ryan. This game would not be where it is today without modders, because it would be... I mean, I've got no idea how many vehicles there are in the base game. I've not counted. I don't care to count that. They're brilliant. They're wonderful. Don't get me wrong. There is nothing wrong with them. Hey, sod off, Dutch. With your 8. Hey, Ritter, there you are here, mate. Good to see you. Damn right I was just praising you. Damn right I was. Where was I before Dutch threw my train of thought? Oh, goodness me, there you are. Dutch is counting skill issues. I'm being bullied, Kim. I don't know why I'm coming crying to you, because you'll just bully me as well, won't you? How are you, mate? Good to see you. Thanks for joining us, mate. I know you're... has your heartbeat simmered down a bit from the game before? Have you had that stiff drink? No? It was a good game, though. I did catch the last few minutes of the last period, and then the overtime as well. Goodness me. Yeah, good to see you, mate. Evening, Mom. Yeah, your name's been brought up once or twice already. They're all counting skill issues that aren't skill issues. I'm not having it. Not having it. I said at the very beginning this is going to be a 0 skill issue stream. And so far, it's been alright. And I've calmed down for now. Well, yeah. Skill issue 14,000. Mrs. Welsh. So what you're saying is that all of the subscribers are skill issues for subscribing to my channel. I love that. Hey, Mom. Oh, Kim. Mate. Thank you. Mate. Always will be a legend with our Kim. It's very kind, mate. And as I've been not paying attention... No, still doing alright. There we go. Where are we? 77%. While I've got the auger on this side, I'll just pull up here. You failed after 2 minutes. I didn't fail after 2 minutes, mouth. What have I failed at? Shut up, the lot of you. Apart from starting in the wrong field, that was the only one. FARMERSIM is under investigation by the skill issue police. Is he now? Is he though? Really? Right, happy 3rd year birthday. Popped in to harass you quickly to make sure the kids are bullying you fondly. Thanks, mate. Well, there you go. There's a bloody skit. It's because I'm on a hill. Mate, it's good to see you. Thank you for joining us, mate. I know you're a very busy lady, being boss lady and all that, so I do appreciate your time. And thank you for the 5 gifted memberships, mate. As always, you are an absolute legend. Take it easy, love. I'll catch you in a bit, no doubt. Over on the cord. Come on. Stop. There we go. Hammer time. Sorry. Member for 15 months. Bloody hell, Welsh. Thank you, mate. That's awesome. Let it be said, we don't always make good decisions. You've been giving me some stick and some techno. And some. I get it daily in my wonderful little Discord. If you're not on the Discord, anyone in the who's watching, and if you're viewing, anyone in the chat who's not on the Discord, go jump on the Discord and join the madhouse. I have no skill issues, except that one time at band camp. I don't want to know about that, young man. Not a chance. Keep that to yourself. Keep being awesome. Love you all, and don't let him get away with a single bloody thing. You notice that? Love you all. Not me. You lot. Don't let him get away with anything. Appreciate you, Kim. Nice one, mate. Oh, he let me empty the whole thing now. Cheers, Templeton, mate. Good to see you, buddy. Good to see you, mate. Appreciate you joining us, dude. Right. I must admit, just harvesting this field alone is taking a lot more time than I thought it would. Life is like a box of skill issues. You never know what you're going to get. Oh, you haven't set... You're looking for any excuse here. No, I haven't set anything up for Nightbot for Discord. I think I have. Have I? Oh, obviously not, no. No. Oh, or have I? Let me see if I can just keep that going. Jump onto there a minute. Go to me... Bookmarks. Discord. Where am I? Nightbot. Where are you? Nightbot, Nightbot, Nightbot. No, I've got it as a... Yeah. Yeah, there is a command for Discord, Welsh. Exclamation mark Discord. Yeah. It is there. Why it's not working, I don't know. But thank you, Dutch. Thank you, Welsh, for posting that. Yeah, someone try that again. That should work. It should work. It's there. Exclamation mark Discord with a small d, like Welsh has put there. That should absolutely work. I don't know. Anyone care to join me in a toast for FARMERSIM's monumental skill issues award of reaching 14,000 subscribers? All jokes aside, mate, we wouldn't have you anyway. We love you. Go. Thank you, mate. That's very kind of you to say, dude. Thank you. Appreciate it. There you go. It worked for NX. Boom. Here, here. Oh, that's very kind of you guys. Thank you, honestly. It really is. I appreciate that. Other YouTubers have a crash counter. FARMERSIM needs a skill issue counter. For the love of God. If it works now, it's depo a Welsh thing. Yeah. Probably is, to be honest. Probably is. Yeah, the way things are looking at the time, we're already at 9:30. And I'm only... Well, we're almost done. Oh, she's still here with a small... I hope you're not... Who are you talking about there, young lady? Hey? Hey? No worries, mate. You take it easy, love. Catch you later. Nice one. Because he's Welsh, Nightbot does not like the Welsh. Brilliant. It does, just very late, yeah. I'm going to Google what skill issue is in Welsh. What skill issue in Welsh? Welsh? We don't need Google, we've got a Welsh in the Welsh. To speak Welsh for us here. What skill issue? Can you translate that into Welsh for us, please, my friend? Yeah, we've not got much more to go on this field, have we, really? But for some reason I thought I'd be getting at least 2 or 3 fields done in this stream, but really not, because... What do you mean 10? You're just counting now. Are you just proud of the fact that you can count to 10? Dutch, you're not counting skill issues here. You're just showing off that you're numerically literate. Oh, there we go, mids. Problem Sigiliao. Is that right? Sigiliao? How you pronounce that? Have I got even remotely, roughly the right pronunciation there? There we go, Welsh, don't even need you around, mate. We've got mids here. I'm kidding. I'm joking, lad, I'm joking. Hang on, mate, I'll just Google it. Brilliant. Skillii. Problem skillii, okay. Techno yelled skill issue, so you're counting that as a skill. So when someone just says skill issue, you're just counting that and assuming I've done a skill issue. If you want to count to 10, you need to take your socks off. Yeah, don't listen to techno. He just blows things up and shouts skill issue all the time. Take note, ladies and gentlemen, I'm quite proud of my manual straight lines here. Considering I'm doing all this by myself. Milk Tanker J, there you are, mate. How are you, dude? Haven't seen you for a while, buddy. Hope you're good. Good to see you. Thank you for joining us. Thank you very much, mate. It's very kind. You've been around me quite a while now, haven't you, Jay? I don't know whether that's a good thing or a bad thing for you, mate. I apologise. Did me or Welsh try? Well, yeah, I have tried that pack you did, Mark. Of course I have. But I didn't want to do anything cheaty on this particular save, on this live stream. I wanted to do all things properly. Oh no, you don't do anything evil, Techno. Didn't say that, mate. Not at all. You just blow things up all the time. You are an explosives enthusiast. Right, actually, now that once I've got over this bit of waterway, is that what you call these bits in the field? I know someone in the comment section of my YouTube vids called them waterways because they were saying that they couldn't plough over them, but you've got to buy farmland 1 to own them, and then you can plough over them. Yeah, he did. He made after our 16x map live stream. Right, I'm gonna try this now. Now that I'm clear of all those waterways, I'm gonna see. See, the cover's just opened. I've told that already, and now the 9RX is figuring itself out. I'm just gonna see if it's gonna chase me. Chase me. Yeah, he made a pack of crazy machines to help with 16x maps, and sent it to us remarkably quickly. Remarkably quickly. See what I did there? I'm here all night. I'm here all night. Right, come on, sausage. I've got my fill things set to 0%. But now I'm already going to get. Let me just slow down to a few less miles an hour. Right, so we do it. Right, it's working. It seems to be working fine now. Right. Speed up a bit. 6 miles an hour. Yeah, the articulated tractor still seems to get its wiggle on a bit. You see what I mean? It's a bit weird, that, isn't it? And I'm only harvesting half my header here, so it's a bit useless, isn't it? Right, let's... I'm not going to be able to do it on this side because you'll be driving on the wrong side in the crop, which I don't want to do because realism is key, even though I have crop destruction turned off. There we are. Pyro Nitro Techno. They are called waterways, yes, because usually they may include a water source or stream or ditch. Nice one, thank you, NX. You don't catch me live very often, but I'm always here in the background. Love your work. That's very kind, Jay. Thank you, mate. Thank you very much indeed. Appreciate that. I appreciate every single one of you for all your support that you've given me over the years. It's I feel like we have managed to carve out a wonderful little corner of our farming simulator community here within the microcosm of my channel. I've got an incredible community of folks over on the Discord. Like I said before, if you're not on there, go join it, because it's a wonderfully stupid place. We don't have a bit of a laugh there. We try and keep everyone entertained. We've got some silly games we play now and again, word games and stuff, and there's a lot of modders on there. There's quite a few content creators, but it's just a generally very nice place to be. Everyone's wonderfully supportive. There's an incredible source of information and help. Help is the one thing that I'm so proud of on there, especially like Mark again, Mark Thor, and a lot of folks on there. NX, I know you've been helping Michelle. If you were on the stream earlier, you've heard me say hello to Michelle and wish Michelle happy birthday. She's just recently been building a PC, and she took a very big brave pill because it was something she's never done before. And I know Mark and NX were instrumental in helping her choose the right parts and help her along the way with any advice and stuff. So it's things like that make me really, really it's just a wonderful thing, a happy thing and a proud thing to say that I've got a Discord where, and I know you're members of other Discords as well, don't get me wrong, but it was just wonderful to see within my own Discord all this wonderful help going on, and just everyone's always happy to lend a helping hand and give advice where needed. So yeah, if you're not on there, the link is somewhere in the chat here again, !Discord, lowercase d, and come join the fun. And that's where you'll be able to download a load of the community save games as well that will be coming through over the coming weeks. As I've already done, like I said before, I've just recorded episode 3 for Sin the Dane's Farm that's coming out. That'll be coming out on Saturday. Episode 1 was an incredible farm build by by Mother herself, Kim, and anyone who's been around my channel know Chimera is an absolute master at building farms. So episode 1 featured one of hers over on the Pichonier Valley. What was episode 2? Techno's contractor yard over on Kinlake, wasn't it? A wonderful farm. I might have borrowed that actually, Techno. I did ask you for that, didn't I? I did ask if I could do that, but I've managed to merge that into my my Kinlake series. FS, I don't want to bug you. However, may I send you the? Of course you can, mate. You don't bug me at all. That's another thing that people want to send me mods to have a look at. Of course you can send me a mod, NX. You don't. Yeah, not bugging me at all, mate. Not bugging me at all. By all means. Fundamental. You're good. See what you did there. Mark helped you get a modelling game, which is a verifiable miracle. That's it, mate. It's just a wonderful thing. It really is. Bug him as much as possible. Operation Bug Farmer Sim. God damn it, you jump on everything like a rash, you lot, don't you? Completely agree. A very welcome outlet away from the hectic pace of life. Love this community. Thank you, Eamon. Yes, I do too. And you finally managed to catch up with me, and I'm just getting to the end of the rows, you pelican. And then you do your butt wiggle. Honestly. Useless you are, aren't you? In fact, what I might do, although it might be cutting it, I might run up this side, actually. I know it's a bit precariously close to this relatively detail-free map edge, so if I start cutting in there, and I'll do what I did before. Go on, think. Auto drive. Figure yourself out. Why aren't you coming? Oh no, there you are. Take your time. Because it's got to figure its way out around the crop, I think. You better hurry up about it as well. I'm 77% full and counting. Come on, sausage. Keeps you on your toes, yeah. Don't know how much more my toes can take, to be honest. Couldn't agree more. Everyone's been welcoming and always answered my stupid small questions. No question is stupid, Bug. No question is stupid at all, mate. This is, and can be, a very complicated game. It might be simple on the outside, getting a piece of equipment and bugger around with some soil in a field for a bit. But it is an incredibly complicated game. There's a lot to learn. There's a lot to know. I've learned so much about farming in general in real life, but just about the game. There's still stuff. I still make mistakes all the time. Simple things to forget because there's so much to remember. Admittedly, I'm not just playing the game. There's, you know, I'm making content at the same time. But, and so I'm thinking about that and all whatever. But there is a lot to remember and think about. Will you stop wiggling? Had I not picked an articulated tractor, that wouldn't have happened, of course, would it? But I'm just grateful that he's not wiggling in front of my header. And I am trying to stay as straight as possible. Right, well. If I just bring the pipe in so you stop moving around. He's at 95% anyway, so... yeah, there's no point in me waiting for him. In fact, let's send him off to sell point there. There you go. Lovely. Just had a call from Stevie Wonder. He says, use the whole header, you numpty. I know. Shut up. I know. I'm using the whole header. There we go. Happy now. Tractor has the wrong colour green. Are you referring to Fent green, Dutch, by chance? I do like a Fent. I'm with you there. I'm just trying to make sure I don't leave rows of shame mark. Admittedly, I was getting a bit too far away from the edge of the header. Don't ask a question you don't want the answer to. Well said. I'm only 4 months in and it's a steep curve, but having everyone's help has made it a lot easier. That's the wonderful thing about a community, mate. Whether it's my community or there's many other content creators who've got communities of players and fans and viewers alike. And I just really like mine. Because of all you lot, and because it's a wonderfully vibrant, colourful, funny, amusing escape, as Eamon said before, from the hectic pace of reality. It's a wonderful thing to be part of. I've got a lot of people to thank for that as well, for Discord, because again, coming into this farming simulator content creating world, it wasn't long before I realised that everyone seems to be using this thing called Discord. I didn't have a bloody clue what to do with it, how to make it work, how to build a Discord channel. So folks came along and said, oh, I can help with that. Ron came along and actually set the initial server up for me, and then as time has progressed, other folks have come on board as well. Kim, who's a massive part of my channel. I've always got something to be thankful to Kim for. She helped me set a lot of things up on the server. She's my community manager, if you didn't know that, over on Discord. She's the boss. She's the mom. Don't you start tearing. I'm not tearing up, soft lad. I'm just grateful for everyone. I really am. At times like this as well, when I'm sitting here doing this to celebrate 3 years of making content and getting over 14,000 subscribers and counting. It's there's a lot to be thankful for, there really is, because Farming Simulator's had a tough time lately, hasn't it, really? Since the release of 25. I think FSG said it perfectly well, and rightfully so, in our Farmers Table that he joined us on last month, that like the peak Farming Simulator was around, you know, from 19 into 22. I think that's when it does, and I think he was right. It feels like Farming Simulator was at absolute peak then, especially well into 22. And something, whatever it is, because, you know, I love this game. Farming Simulator 25 I think is absolutely gorgeous. It's an improvement on 22 in many ways, but there was a lot of people who didn't feel that for whatever reason. Everyone's entitled to their opinions, of course. They can be wrong, but no, I'm only joking. But yeah, 25 did. There we go, another just under 45 grand, 90 grand in the bank. Not bad at all. Yeah, a lot of people found it difficult gelling with 25. That's the bottom line of it. Whether that's because it was more demanding on their systems. Ooh, look at that. Missed a bit. Or whether that's because there was something about the game that they didn't fully appreciate or fully enjoy. I don't know. It's the same game, really, but it's not the same game, but it is the same game, essentially, just with a lot of improvements and upgrades graphically. But it is more demanding on PCs, especially. I know that, so that's why I had to upgrade my PC when I went to 25, because my old one just couldn't hack it and wouldn't produce the visual quality of videos that I wanted to produce. So I was like, damn it, I've got to throw a buttload of money at a new graphics card. Thankfully I managed to do that before this waft of AI has come in and increased the prices of RAM and all that kind of stuff, but I'm not going into that. That's another kettle of fish entirely. We don't help FS, we just abuse and terrorise him. Ain't that the truth? I find everyone on here is genuine. Yes, Cher, that's absolutely right, mate. Everyone on here is thoroughly genuine and thoroughly wonderful. Right. Come on, you. Pipe out. Let's get you motoring over here, please. Let's line up. Tickety-boo. Excuses, excuses. I've always got one. They're straight enough, Dutch. Shut up, you. They're straight enough. Better than Jeremy Clarkson's approach on episode 1 of Clarkson's Farm. FS19 also had the Corona crowd stuck at home with nothing to do. Yes, you're absolutely right there, Sin. You are right. There was something in that, and I know you know, a lot of folks. Well, it was a wonderful thing. They found a whole new world that they could become part of, and I did. In a way, that's when I found the genre. Come on, you. Catch up. There we are. Right. I do need to stay as perfectly straight as possible, because auto drive is quite sensitive to the position of my spout. You've said it before, mate, but there is so much more to Farming Simulator than just the game. There is now, mate, Welsh, isn't there? There really is. This is so much more than a game. I've said it a million times, we've all said it a million times, and I will carry on saying it another million times. And I will carry on saying another million times, what in the name of Zeus's beard are you doing? Faffing around over there. 9RX. Come on. Oh, you... What are you doing? Look at him now. Right, I'll sit still for you. Idiot. Good evening, Per Olaf Adelson. How you doing, mate? Good to see you. Good to see you, mate. If they coded steering assist in FS22, I wouldn't play FS25. Check you out, all actually playing the game. I know. By hand, on my own. Apart from auto drive, he's doing that bit. Speaking of RAM, I just bought 2 16 gig sticks for 340 Australian dollars. How does that compare? I've got no idea, if I'm honest, mate. I'm not too sure. I'm not too clued up on the current exchange rate between Aussie dollars and the British pound. 340 Australian dollars. Come on, someone in the chat there. 2 16 gig sticks. Yeah. I'd imagine it's still more than what we would have paid a while ago. Surely. Either way. Yeah, the big hit for FARMERSIM was people returning to normal life. Yes, it did. It did take a bit of a hit, I think, mate. You are right. Yeah. Still trying, though. It's still got an incredible community. It has got a wonderful community. Admittedly, I know a lot of us content creators have noticed a significant drop in views. I know some folks out there, I know we mention him quite a lot. I know he doesn't really play ball in the wider community as such, but the likes of Daggerwin, who's he's a stalwart of the content creators community. He does make some great content. He really does. And I think because he's so big channel-wise, he's the one creator that when somebody new to the game comes along, he's the one that YouTube recommends to everyone. And he has been doing it for one of the longest times, hasn't he? He's amassed... Is he at 1 million yet? I'm not sure if he's at 1 million yet, but he's at 900 and... He's high 900,000, eh? Oh, that's really annoying, isn't it? I'm not going to be able to get... There's no point in me worrying about that because I'm still going to have to come back down and get that bit. That's bloody annoying, that is. Never mind. Yeah, he's got nearly 1 million subscribers, hasn't he? So when I, as still a relatively small and young content creator, look at his views and see, 20, 30,000 views in a day's worth of release, it's like, bloody hell. But as a percentage of the subscribers that he's got, it's kind of still about the same for me. I'm now at 14,000 subscribers. I get a couple of thousand views per video in the first day or so. And as a percentage of your subscribers, that seems to sit quite well. So, yeah, I'm not complaining. I'm more than happy with my little channel's growth and progress so far. Loving it. You have a new mod coming out next week called Oak Ridge Cooperative. Bloody hell, you are busy, aren't you, NX? 177 quid to 340 Aussie dollars, is that right, Dinky? So, yeah, I mean, I think it's about right. Maybe, I want to say, maybe if 177 quid for 32 gig of RAM. Yeah. I'm trying to, I can't even, I mean, I've got 64 gig of RAM in this thing, and I can't, for the life of me, remember what I paid for this a few years ago. Yeah, that's very correct, Sin. The older the channel, the more inactive subs you'll have. That's very correct. Yeah. In a roundabout way, it's something I learned a while ago from other content creators in different spaces. I watch a lot of car-orientated content on my other... It's not a channel, it's just my other YouTube login that I've had for years. Podcasts and car stuff and all that kind of stuff, and podcasts with car creators and stuff, and some of the really big famous ones who are, smashing it out there, like Matt Armstrong and Tavarish and a few others. They know that it's not your subscriber number isn't something that you necessarily want to worry about. It's not it's about the views and stuff. Where if you're looking at growth and the health of a channel, and it's better to have 1,000 subscribers who are all viewing your videos every time you release a video than it is to have 1 million subscribers who only a small percentage of those people are viewing your videos, if you know what I mean. It kind of makes sense, doesn't it? That would count towards and appear to be a more healthier channel. But anyway, it is what it is. I ain't complaining. I'm here because I'm celebrating 14,000 subscribers over how long I've been doing this, 3 years. So yeah, it's awesome. You would stick with 16 gig and get a better GPU. Yeah, that's it. There's I know I went overkill with this one just purely because I could at the time, and I just thought I can, so I will, so that I don't have to worry about it in the future. But yeah, I'm glad I did, because the prices of the things have gone up over here anyway, significantly, 500% in places. RAM and other various super important bits and bobs. It's because of AI. It's because of AI, Blue Book. There's the sheer demand, and I keep blaming my friends who keep messing around with photographs on their phone and using the AI on their phones to change things on their car, for example, and make their car they can put black wheels on their car so they can see what it looks like, and this, that, and the other. And we keep on taking the mick out of them and say, right, because of you, RAM's just gone up by £3. Pack it in. There we go. We have finished harvesting that field. So let's turn you off. Let's put pipe out and wait for him to come along. I can't remember what we've got. I've only put one hopper load in there, haven't I, so far? Skynet is coming to life, yeah. Yeah, it's the rise of AI and the computing power that all these places need who are providing AI things, ChatGPT and all that kind of stuff, which I actually used for the first time the other week, and it's incredible. I didn't do it to make any pictures or anything like that. I used it to analyze the analytics behind my YouTube channel, because I haven't got a very analytical mind, and I just asked it to do a bit of analysis of my YouTube channel, and it was extremely interesting. Right, let's send you on your way. You can go and sell that and get out of the way. We will go. We'll go and make a start on field 45, but we're not. I might. It's 10 to 10 now, so the whole idea was to run for a couple of hours, but I'll see what I can get done. I'll see if I can get at least a headland done. So if I now, just for the purposes of auto drive, change that to field 45, change you to field 45, and you should make your way to me when you've tipped that. But it'd be nice to get 100 grand in the bank, considering I purposely started with 0 on this stream. You went from 16 to 32 just cause. Never made a difference that I could notice. Luckily it wasn't expensive. Yeah, that's the thing. If you can, you should. Because we all sit here, we spend an enormous amount of time behind our computers, don't we? Whether we're playing games or creating content or doing anything. A lot of folk work behind their computers, so, you know, they use it for business and all that kind of stuff. So it's, you know, it makes sense. Invest in the thing, look after it, and if you can, get a bit of an upgrade going on, you absolutely should. Because let's face it, it's a bloody expensive hobby, isn't it? It really is. Very expensive hobby. There we go. He's off to market. And I just managed to beat my horn and lift my header at the same time. Take care, Lee, mate. Good to see you. Cheers for joining us, buddy. Really appreciate that. Oh, I didn't miss it. It's the lay of the land on this one, isn't it? Giving me a bit of grief. So let's lift that header up. And we'll just have to approach it. Yeah, this field's a little bit lumpy and bumpy in places, isn't it? It really is. Are you off, Techno, mate? Good to see you, buddy. Appreciate your company this evening, pal. Nice one for that. You get a good night's rest, mate, and I'll see you in the morning, no doubt, over on Discord. No, it's not 12, Dutch. That's not me. That was the ground. Absolutely not. I'm going to take issue with at least 11 of the 12 that you've counted. I'm going to count number 1 at the very beginning when I drove into the wrong field. And that's it. That's the skill issue that we're counting on this evening's stream. No more. The fire is out. The fire is out, yeah. Techno's gone to bed. The fire is out. Hey up, over 100 grand, 105 and counting. And that wasn't even a full hopper. I wanted to say just like your face, but I didn't. such kindness, such strong friendship. A face like a bag of smashed... I won't say the next word. Tells you FS you need a counter. Yeah, I should do, really. Just something to throw into the stream deck, isn't it? But I'll sort something, maybe. No, I don't need a counter, because I'm not going to be making a point of keeping track of them. There's been one today. That's all I'm counting. How has your growth been, mate, for the channel? Is it accelerating upwards or leveled out? It's kind of a bit of in between. It's not. I wouldn't describe it as accelerating, like boom, boom, boom. It's growing. You know, since I hit 14,000 subscribers just over a week ago, I think I'm literally knocking on the door of about 14,100 now, which, you know, it's growth. It's not thousands. It's an extra 100 or so. But I am constantly growing. It's not leveled out, thankfully. It's not plateaued. I don't actually think... I think my channel has only ever once leveled out, and that was very, very temporarily. And that was a couple of months back when I decided to take a very, very short 2-week break. When I needed to just give me head a wobble and, you know, just have a break at the end of the day. Because it is... Even though it is just sitting here, in essence, playing a game... It isn't. There's a lot more to it. From a content creator side of things, and I know anyone else who's sitting on this side of the fence will tell you, creating content isn't just as simple as sitting here, talking to yourself at your computer and recording it. Some people do that, and they find it works for them. I don't. I do try and put as much effort as I can into my videos, into the quality of them, how I present them. It takes a lot of thought. Like my roleplay series on Bellsmire Mains. That's panicking me at the minute because I'm still behind with it. Because I write a script for it. I've got my script book here that's almost full, and I've got other backup new notepads down there to start writing in because I have to write a script for that because I can't ad-lib it. I can't just do it off the fly. You have to think about it. So one episode of that Bellsmire Mains takes me, including the time it takes for me to sit and write a script and then mull on that for a bit and then record that script and change a bit and then record it and then edit it and then put it together and then upload it and send it to YouTube. That's 3 days, maybe 4 days sometimes. And it's, you know what I mean? I'm not complaining about it, don't get me wrong. I'm not complaining about it one little bit. I choose to do that, no one else. And it's from a creative side of things, it's wonderful. It really is, because it's a whole different approach to playing this game than just doing this. Harvesting a field, ploughing a field, spraying fertiliser, putting some cow crap on a field, whatever you want to do it, looking after cows, goats, sheep, pigs, whatever. It's a whole different thing. And I love it, but it does take a huge amount of time, and it then adds a load of pressure. It's like, oh, shit, I'm falling behind with me, you know, schedule kind of thing. So I have to keep to my YouTube schedule. I have to make sure that I've got other things to keep the content varied, which is difficult to do because if you get into a series and you want to keep that going, you've got to keep people interested in that series, and each of our individual styles of gameplay is inherently different. You know, sometimes I worry and I panic a lot about mine because I play the game in my Let's Play series how I used to play the game on my own, and that's in time scale at 1 times, so I don't have 5 speed or anything like that. I play in 1 time speed and I do what needs to be done, and then I panic and think, is that boring? Do people find it interesting? I don't know. It's up to me to make it interesting. There's a lot that goes through your mind as a content creator, and it's a wonderful thing to do, and it's a great thing to be part of, great community to be part of, but it can get stressful sometimes up here. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, sorry, I ranted on a bit then. He has to remind us of his skill issues. No counter needed. Face like a deep sea racing lobster. I like that one. Face like a bulldog licking piss off a thistle. That's the one I always go with. So you're having a go at that, are you? You're now deep in AI analytics of your channel. All good apart from CTR. Are you using ChatGPT, Mids? It's very, very helpful. It's the first time I've even logged into ChatGPT. It's the first time I typed it into my web browser was last week, and it was Mrs. Sim Gamer. I still speak to Mrs. Sim Gamer an awful lot. I gave her a call the other day while I was walking the dog, and she recommended I do that because she'd done it a while ago, and she said, "Yeah, trust me, you'll thank me later." And I didn't get around to doing it for months, and then I did, and I rang her up. I was like, "You were bloody right, it's brilliant." And it just ChatGPT gave me a whole load of answers and insights into things that I didn't know I needed to do. It was very complimentary, I'll add, initially. Some of you might have noticed that I've taken a different approach, and a few of my thumbnails might look a little bit different. I've started to use different fonts, and I've removed the FARMERSIM 25 logo and my own channel logo from the thumbnails recently, because I don't need to, because ChatGPT said, look, people are on your channel. They know it's you. They see it down below the video thumbnail anyway. You don't need to clutter your thumbnail with stuff that they already know. They're looking at your content because it's Farming Simulator 25 related. All the text and stuff in the video description and the game that you produce the content for is there. So YouTube knows how to define your content. YouTube shows them that content because it's Farming Simulator 25 related, so I don't need to clutter my thumbnails with unnecessary crap. So that's why I'm sampling a different approach with thumbnails, because thumbnails are one of the most important things in a video. It's the first thing that makes people go, ooh, click. So a lot more thought has had to go into those. There you go. What? I nodded off then. I'm good at that, Dinky. Sending people to sleep. Dutch has gone quiet. Oh no, he's still there. 1 is still more than 0. That's still a skill issue by itself. I'm never going to get away from this, am I? You lot. Thank you very much, Helen. Hello, mate. Nice to see you. Helen Priestley there. Congrats, FARMERSIM, on your subs. Love Mrs. Milk Tanker. Oh, Mrs. Milk Tanker, of course. Hiya. How you doing, mate? Yes. You and Jay have been around my channel for quite some time now, and I'm so grateful. I really am. To every single one of you, but it's just so nice at times like this where a few of you have come to say hello. Names that I recognise from quite a while ago, and it's just great to say hello to you again. So yeah, cheers, Helen. Appreciate that, love. Craigley Barger, Barger, love your channel and content. Many creative and interesting series. Keep up the great work. Thank you, mate. That's very kind. Appreciate that. Glad you're enjoying it. Now what's going on? Oh, that's the ground level again, isn't it? Now this is going to be a bugger, isn't it? If I no, I think what I might do is unload this one manually. It's chat PTSD. I like that. Brilliant. It kind of is though. After I was stuck on, I was hooked for hours when I fell down that well, the ChatGPT well. Brilliant. Right, yeah, I think what I might do here, I'll get to 100% and I'll come and unload this myself, I think. That's what I'm going to do, because we ain't going to get much more of this field done, looking at the time. But look at that. 2 hours and 5 minutes into a stream, and I haven't got hungry, I haven't spoken about food, I haven't gone, I'm peckish. Because I'm not peckish. Because I did the right thing and I had my dinner before the stream. Note to self, do that again. 98%. You lot make me laugh. Question for the community. Oh, cheers, Family Guy, mate. That's very kind, buddy. Appreciate that, dude. Question for the community. Where should you post about... Hey, No, he's working it out, but I'm going to do this one myself. That I am. Not, even though crop destruction is turned off, I still can't bring myself to do it because it's inherently wrong. So I'm going to turn around properly. Hey up, Red. How you doing, mate? Good to see you. Hope all's good, buddy. Question for the community. Where should you post about a mod hub map with question support when you haven't had luck reaching the developer? Any questions? Any suggestions? They're really, in my opinion, if you're having trouble reaching the actual creator of the map, unless you've got a different avenue to reach out to them on, if you've made sure if that particular map maker has a itch.io page or a Facebook profile, any other social media outlet that you might be able to get them on, because I appreciate you can't really get to them through the mod hub, of course, through the Giants front end, as it were. But right, let's get that emptied there. Yeah, I think we'll get to the end of this row. I'll harvest up to the end and I'll go and park this up at the end. How's it going, Red? Which map is this? This is Woodhull, Illinois by Camil Canuck. Released recently in the last, I want to say, couple of weeks tops. But it's a lovely one, and I've always been a fan of Camil Canuck's maps. He's made a lot of Canadian maps going back to FARMERSIM 19. Peace River, as I mentioned at the beginning of this live stream this evening, Peace River was one of the first maps I properly got my teeth into. It was a massive map, the fields were vast, and that's where I learnt, that's where I taught myself courseplay and auto drive, especially on the big fields using big quad tracks and big machinery and multiples of big machinery. It was wonderful. Yeah, I've been a big fan of his work. And Deer Creek, Ontario. Notice, Red, Ontario. And Kim, if you're watching this back, said it properly. I got a roasting for saying Ontario when I was producing the Sudbury map. So yeah, Ontario. Yeah. Alex FM4MO, what do you think about the mods coming out on ModHub lately? I feel like every 50th mod is well made and the others are just bloat. I mean, honestly, mate, I think I don't really know what to say to that, bud. I think there's some incredible mods coming out on the ModHub all the time. Are we referring to vehicles in particular, or gameplay mods, or placeables, or anything? What we're referring to here? Because I know our very own NX Modding in here this evening. He has, again, another congratulations. He has his production manager mod has just come out today on the ModHub, so big congratulations to that, mate. Again. But yeah, there's I must admit I haven't actually downloaded that many mods lately from the ModHub, like very recent ones that have come out. Obviously I've got Production Manager, got that downloaded before. I've got that installed today just to prove it. There you go. See, Productions Manager. This is NX Modding's Production Manager mod. There's not much to manage on this one, but I did just want to bring it up there that I have downloaded it, of course. But yeah, there's what we're talking about then. It is great, isn't it, Welsh? It is great. I need to put it to some proper use. It's no use on this particular save game because there's bugger all going on. But yeah, that's good to hear, NX. Nice one, mate. Not leaving that. Look at that. Can't have that. Sloppy job. Also, FS, I just sent you a screenshot. I need to increase the lease and rental costs, but would love your thoughts and love to know your thoughts. Yeah, no worries, mate. No worries. I'll. It might not be this evening that I get back to you on that one. I will. I'll be doing a bit of. I suppose I can call it admin. There's a lot of admin to doing this YouTube thing as well. There certainly is. Responding to comments and but yeah, and Discord as well. I'm surprised it's harvesting that bit of crop there on the right. But anyway, Anyway, small road. Oh, bugger. Another small road, shame. The tenant farmer mod is going to be another essential one, I hope. Yes, let's hope so, mate. It's a great idea, that one. It really is. It really is. There we go. Got to have neat rows. Can't have any missing bits. There we go. Modders in conversation, ladies and gentlemen. We've got Oz. I'm sure everyone knows who Oz is. And then X-Modding here talking about their numbers now. That'll be interesting to hear and see. For sure. Yeah, I'm going to get to the end of this row right here. You were talking about the 70th John Deere 6R mods that are the same thing, just with one thing changed. Ross N, in my opinion, with JCBs are amazing. A wheel loader just came out. Yes, I am a big fan of Ross N mods. I always have been. I was very disappointed with myself that I didn't give myself a proper opportunity to talk to him at Lama this year. He was at the community meetup and I was buggering around with a camera most of the time. I'd have very much liked an opportunity to have a sit down and chat with him, because he makes some incredible mods. He really does. Officially as well, with the likes of the Bailey trailer packs and stuff. But yeah. Need to make a point of chasing him down next year at Lama, if he's there. Right, there we go. You see, now why isn't my door opening there now? Anyway, I'm going to get out. Cab cinematic, of course. And then we're going to go and sell this grain. I do love this new 9RX. FS, can you give my grandson Elliot a hello? He's sat here watching it with me. Hello, Elliot. Good evening, mate. How you doing? You looking after your granddad there, mate? How's it going? Are you all right? Give him a dead leg for me. I'm kidding. Good to see you, Elliot. Hope you're well, mate. Of course I can give him a shout out, mate. Of course I can. Has anyone here hit 2 million downloads yet? That's a good one. Yeah. Maybe by FS31. Oh, I missed that one. Feed calculator has done just shy of 21,500 downloads. Brilliant. Very well done, mate. Them some good numbers, mate. Definitely. Right. Now this tip trigger is about there, I want to say. There we go. Boom. Let's see what we'll finish the stream on, shall we, money-wise? He's laughing at you. Does that happen a lot? I'm kidding. You're very welcome, mate. You're very welcome. Of course I can say hello. Of course I can. FS31. Oh boy, that'll be a while. Where are we at? 131181. It's a nice, strangely rhythmic number to finish on. That'll do. Have a look at the production manager stats, FS. I will, mate. Oz, do you have a Patreon or a Discord? Your red tape mod is one of the best mods. Don't hit Elliot Dinky. FARMERSIM was joking. The other way round. Honestly, can't take you anywhere, can you, Mark? Right, there we go. I'll pull this beast into the field here. This is a good looking tractor. It is. There we go. See how the cinematic follows the steps of that tractor there, slightly differently to the steps of the harvester as well. But yeah, awesome. There we are. Right, ladies and gentlemen. Almost bang on 2 hours, 2¼ hours. That'll do. I'm going to call it here. There we go. No, don't flick in the head. So, yes, guys, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining me this evening. It's been wonderful having your company for the last couple of hours. It really has. I appreciate everything. Your support, your likes, your links, your comments, your subscriptions, Discord, everything. You're all wonderful. It was a wonderful way to celebrate. Just me doing this on my own. I know it would have been great to have a big multiplayer stream full of folks as well, and I know I do that with we did it last night on Welsh's channel. We do that now and again with some community live stream multiplayers that I'm going to try and do a few more of, because I know you enjoyed them, didn't you, Dinky? Try and get a few more of them wired in as well over the coming months. But I wanted to do I wanted to run this solo so I could spend more time chatting to you guys on there, because especially like on the Farmer's Table series that I do live with Welsh Sim Farmer, it's difficult to focus on the conversation we're having with our guests at that particular time, plus the busyness of the chat here and stuff. So it's nice to be able to just fully focus on this. Nina, time for bed, said Zebedee. I know that reference. How many of you are old enough to know that reference? Good to see you, Nina. Thank you for joining us, mate. I really appreciate you being here, love. Thank you. Eamon, nice one. Oz, cheers, mate. Dinky, nice one, mate. Mark, cheers, buddy. Red, Welsh, everyone who's in the chat, everyone who's watching who's not in the chat, thank you for joining. Ryan there, Mids, if you'd like someone to cause chaos, I'll come play. Absolutely, mate. You're more than welcome. We will be doing a few more crazy community live streams in the future, definitely moving forward. See you all on Discord. Absolutely. If you're not on the Discord, come join in the fun. It's a crazy place to be, but it is wonderful nonetheless. So yeah. Anyway, am I joinable? Jace, not on this particular save, mate. No, there will be some in the future. If you want to be part of that, jump on the Discord. You'll be the first people to know on there, mate. So yeah, jump on Discord. But yeah, for this evening's stream, thank you everyone for your time this Wednesday evening. It's been wonderful having you. Thank you for celebrating it with me. 3 years, 14,000 subs, onwards and upwards. Thank you, Mids. Appreciate that, mate. So yeah, wonderful. Thank you, guys. I'll no doubt see a lot of you in Discord a little bit later on, and I'll see a lot of you soon again as well. Like I said, keep an eye out for Saturday evening. We've got Sin the Danes, Your Farm Builds farm coming out on there. It's a massive, it's actually Danish, but it's on a German map. But the details, you'll see all that on Saturday evening. It's a good one. It's a really good one. That'll be available to download on Saturday over on the Discord. So yeah, rock and roll. Cheers, everyone. Thanks for your time, and I'll see you soon. Thanks a lot. See you in a bit.